My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Slice and Dice. We continue our blessed run. And damn, is it not blessed. We have Treasure Seeker. All heroes get +1 item slot and +1 to item quality. We're absolutely taking that. Something I now realize that I did not previously. Hey, monster +1 ones? That's one of the modifiers. That's coming along with us for all of the rest of this Blurst run. So we're still going to have to deal with the enemies having +1 on all sides as well as single use. But I suspect we'll manage. Okay. So Caster Root can give a heal 1 to the mage in the worst circumstance at the absolute least. We can use Blessed Ring in order to get the rightmost side being a... Wait, hang on. Shield 1 rescue. Buckle? Well, actually, being able to combine the effect from the buckle as well as someone else might even be better. You know what, mage, you hold that. Healer, you can hold the extra health. Anchor, turn 1, a little bit of self-defense. Keep the Hoarder alive if they use their pain on turn 1. Cloak, and we do have the ability possibly to dispel another Hexia. Although, hopefully, like last time, we just won't need it. Boar and Wisp both focusing here to take out the healer themselves. Ooh. Is that enough damage? That's not enough damage, but we're getting there. We're getting excessively close, in fact. I will take it. Let's save 2 characters. And just execute the Wisp so that I don't have to deal... Wait, actually, yeah, that means also the buckle can defend the healer instead. Then we'll execute the Wisp. At least the boar, we're going to be able to control a lot of their spaces, whereas the Wisp does have the ability to do some kind of wacky stuff. I just don't want to see the Wisp summon 2 skeletons at the same time on a turn where I just cannot put together the damage to take them out. I'd like not to live through that. And you know what? I wouldn't live through that. Throw some fire at him and finish him off with a poison shot. Disciple and Glacier. I mean, getting the Disciple or... The Disciple is a significant increase in our ability to generate mana, right? We've got the healer with the 2 mana side and 2 1 mana sides. However, the Disciple here has +2 mana on 2 different sides. Turn 1, we're looking to do that generation as well. 2 sides, and we're rolling 3 times, so that is a just above 50%, just below 60. The fact that that bolstered with the other mage's ability to generate 2 mana could possibly just get its flares on turn 1 more consistently really appeals. We're taking the Disciple here. And sure, you may... Buckle, you can hold the Caster Root. I really don't expect to use that at all. Defending 4 on the loss with a single dodge here. I mean, dodge is actually really, really, really good in this run. Because every dodge space just invalidates the target that was attempting to do something. Completely removes their ability to do it ever again in the future as well, due to the single-sided sides. Buckle, you do... Actually, sorry, Hoarder, you do 2 damage. I was about to get Buckle to lock that in, but... Actually, if the Buckle does get damage, I'll lock that in still there. Hey, and so they do. Okay, I have the ability to take out one of... No, I can't take out one of the wolves, unfortunately, because I have to spread my damage here. Given that both of those will only target the highest HP target on the field. Hold the rest of my mana, just in case a flare ends up more efficient. Dodge again, lost. Well done. Don't really need an executing side from the Hoarder, but it can't get much better than that. If we heal up the Buckle, we can save a lot more health on the Hoarder, and then the Disciple can heal up the Mage as well. Make us as comfortable as we need to be. Yeah, actually I was never reaching the back line that round, huh? None of that needed to be done like it was. Oh well, it was. You got 2 mana, that's enough. The Lost eviscerates the wolf on the top side, and the burst helps the Hoarder take out the archer there. Lich's Tome versus the Pocket Phylactery. Lich's Tome +1 to all sides, but after you use this dice, summon a bones. I love the idea of it. Could I ever use it? I don't know. It would have to generate a ridiculous effect. It would have... But, you know, +1 to all sides. On a 3 here. It's pretty impactful. I can't do it. Pocket Phylactery, add Pain to the 2 left sides, +6 max HP. That's also not great for us right now, but it's good for a lot of the characters we tend to want to upgrade into here. Pocket Phylactery pick. We've chosen it twice, and now we've got the Cracked Phylactery. Add self-heal to the 2 left sides, but get -6 max HP. Oof. Although, that is actually... That does have a lot of utility, rather, as a utensil for us. More utility than a lot of the 0-cost relics I've seen so far do happen to have. Alright. I don't think anyone should wield the Pocket Phylactery right now, especially considering it can double damage itself on a Cruel Strike from the Lost. Yeah, I think we can put it on. I don't think we have to. Incredible sides for everyone but the Hoarder. Hoarder, do you want to follow up with one? Damn, and you do. Okay. Let's protect the Disciple because we are just going to kill the Crone this round. Actually a Flare and then just do 1 damage to the Knoll on the top side. Does appeal more. And then the Knoll just runs away in response. Excellent. That's the kind of character we're looking for here. Although, unfortunately, if we do take the Fiend, we can't find the Scrapper. Because we've already seen the Scrapper in this run, so it will not be offered again. That's unfortunate, considering the Fiend does give us access to an AoE, and the Scrapper really benefits from an AoE. We can get really dense effects in terms of a lot of mana to support the Scrapper's steel sides. Unfortunate. However, we should still just take the Fiend here. They are an ideal wielder of our Pocket Phylactery. They'll have to roll 6 cantrips for it to be worse than them not having it in the first place. Really unlikely. Like, I'm not going to say it can't happen, but it is exceptionally unlikely. Okay. Alpha Wolf and Bones. I mean, the ability to execute and the ability to do as much damage as possible there. Both of those appeal. I don't think the Buckle is really going to get much saving out of that this round. Buckle, that is a lot of armor, though. Fiend, thank you. You finally decided to generate mana for us. Much appreciated. So, what we don't have access to anymore is Flare. It's extremely sad. Buckle, you need to keep the Lost alive because they're dying otherwise. And then if I don't take out one of the wolves this round, life gets hard again. Okay, so burn. Wolf is now on half HP. Therefore, Cruelty kills it. And then I can try and hold on to a bunch of mana, or I can execute the bones on the top side. Hang on, if I'm executing the bones on the top side, is there a better way of doing all of this? Yes, because then the Buckle can defend themselves prior. So that becomes burn through. Burst. Sets that up. And now it's just Alpha against us. Of course, this fight can get really tough when the Alpha summons 2 wolves at the same time, so I'm very, very happy to have been able to control the field as much as that there on the first turn. I will need more health for this battle over time, so I do wonder if the Fiend doing 2 damage and healing up for 2, and the Disciple healing 4 across the party is a very, very effective turn right now. I think it might be. I don't think I'm going to be able to get damage out of a Cruel Strike like that this turn. Which means I should have kept re-rolling it, by the way. Somehow said and did opposite things there. Alright. There's the double summon. Please don't do it again immediately. That would have been nightmarish. You tried, but thankfully it's a single side. 2 damage to the highest target. I mean, that is just to the alpha, and the Hoarder does kind of just want to hit the alpha. That's fine on you. Can't roll 1 3 dice a single time. Buckle, you can hold your 2 right now, but I do want to replace that if possible. Gonna push. Excellent. That all got better over time. I think we can take out this wolf on the bottom line. Using burst, explode. No one takes any damage this round. We remove one of the wolves. We remove a side from another one of the wolves. We get the alpha under half HP. Very happy with all of this. And also more HP on the Fiend, which was very important. Okay. Buckle, you do want to do damage this round. We're trying to finish off the alpha. Lost a... Really? Lost? A Cruel Side would be so good right now. Thank you, Lost. If we burst, Cruel, we can get a Rampage Strike on the alpha, and now it's just time to take out the wolf by itself. Goodbye. You know what? Let's just watch it slowly happen. Goodbye, wolf. Ritual Dagger and Syringe. Syringe if there are 2 or fewer heroes, plus 5 to all sides. I do like the idea of that. I mean, it's a way for the Disciple to bring everyone else back if I just keep the Disciple alive consistently. Ritual Dagger is also murder oneself in order to revive every other ally. I'm going to take the Syringe. I don't take it often. I do want to see if I can get some stuff done with it. D4 must be equipped. Replace the right side with +1 damage. Sorry, +1 self-damage cantrip. -2 max mana. I mean... I do have slow spells, so I don't really want to make spell-heavy runs. I also do have some items. We've got Shining, we've got Treasure Seeker. So it's easier for me to make my build out of items than it otherwise might be. I wonder if I can forego mana as well. I'm going to take the -2 to max mana here. Syringe on Disciple. I almost wonder if Cloak is better for the Buckle right now. It's less damage, but we have another character who just has the ability to dodge all incoming effects. And that can be really impactful. Oh my god, lost. Yeah, just dodged 2 goblins trying to execute this round. Incredible. 2 damage from the Hoarder follows up. 2 mana from the Disciple as well. Love to see that. 2 mana from the Disciple as well, I said. Yeah, Buckle, full self-defense. That's the same as if you dodged. Fiend, really, really not keen to give me any useful resources there. Alas. Let's just keep working on that barrel, I think. Should be no problems overall. Yeah, that'll execute it, killing the goblin next to it as well. Buckle, you can save 2 characters with that. Perfect setup for you. There goes the barrel with a single execution. We'll take out War Chief as well. The goblin flees. Rogue Brute. I do like Rogue. Still has access to the ability to dodge. Still has access to cruelty. A little bit of cantrip power. Not super important to me, but good nonetheless. Versus Brute. I'm taking the Rogue. Especially having access to some poison sides so that I can actually work down a boss. Because we're not really going for large sides or consistent effects, and certainly not spells. Ogre and Crone. I mean, yeah, we'll start poisoning some targets on the field. Disciple can get rescued, then the Buckle can attempt to rescue themselves. In fact, we can even do more with this. If we use the shield to defend the Disciple, generate mana with each of the other characters, use a burn, then the Disciple can be defended again with another rescue side. We can even burst to get a rescue again on the Buckle. So we're getting, what, like 4, 5-ish block out of that total? Crone does top sparks, that's damage to the topmost enemy, but I should really still prioritize her. Yeah, Disciple's gonna have a little bit of a nightmare here, unfortunately, because the Ogre is doing AoE damage. Interesting. I mean, Rogue, that is one of your best sides. But do you use it right now? Or do you set up poison on the Ogre? Well, use it right now. Order, that's pretty good for you, I think. Still good. Buckle, defend thyself. Disciple, you can also try and keep yourself around on the fields. If we use a burn, then the Buckle and the Disciple can follow up yet again. More rescues. 2 damage to the Ogre, another 2 damage to the Ogre, another 4 damage to the Ogre. Actually, before we do that 4 damage to the Ogre, I'm going to use the shield one to rescue the Buckle, the Disciple, and the Rogue. Then 4 damage to the Ogre, then I'm going to use the shield to rescue them all again. So that's 8 block out of just this one shield rescue side. This Blessed Ring is anything. I was going to say, is anything but I realized that is the exact negation of what I mean. It is definitely a Blessed Ring. It's acting like anything but a tier 2 item, let's say that. Let's also defend the Fiend just a little bit more in case. Get him! In fact, I could actually just heal characters that round and that would have got him too. Monocle and Idol of... Christix. Sorry, there was a little break in the connection there. Also on max HP for each constant in your name. I mean, Disciple. You could certainly wield that. But Monocle, add engage to the middle side, ×2 to targets on full HP. Boy. It's not good on anyone yet, but it is very helpful for the upgrade direction that I might take for the Hoarder. The Idol can be a lot of max HP, like it's 4 max HP on characters, right? 5 max HP on the Disciple. 5 max HP on the Disciple makes it a lot easier for them to live into the late game in order to use Syringe to possibly bring back every other character at the same time. I don't know if Disciple is going to be the character that I keep forever in the red slot, but it's theoretically possible. I'm taking the Monocle, though. Put a core egg on the field, and we get a random tier 0 item. If it was a random tier 1, I would do it, but it's not. Wisdom. Reject 20 challenges. Unlocks an almanac page of Graph. I love that I'm still unlocking things at this point. Okay, Buckle, I'm going to have you lose the cloak to the Disciple, and then I'm going to give you engage on your heavy side. That'd actually be really good in this fight if you rolled that. Also, Hoarder, obviously, if you roll the Rampage side, that will be hilariously excellent. Thank you very much. Although I already have a burn that's kind of accomplishing the same features. So it isn't necessary. Don't really need to rescue anyone on board. Again. Alrighty then. Let's get a wee bit of damage on that quartz. Set up for a burn through the entire party. Getting the illusions. A burst and a stab takes down the quartz that otherwise would have threatened our next turn. Only need to generate 5 damage for the quartz remaining. And in fact, that'll do it. Berserker fights Bard. Berserker's not a great target for engage. Engage on cleave. However, they do have the ability to do 4 damage in a single instance, which is something I desperately want. Taking it. They can have the shielding on turn 1. And I mean, I will engage their cleave just so they can kill Slimelets in this fight. Let's go, Slime Queen. With, obviously, the obligatory bones. 4 defense and poison. 4 damage. Love to see all of this so far. Disciple, that's dodging 4 damage on your side, or you can get 2 mana here. Dodging 4 is pretty good, actually. You do that. And we'll get the mana on the Fiend instead. Actually, I really ought to prevent the incoming damage on the Fiend, so we're going to strike the top line, and then we'll use our burn to get that bones down. And follow up with a single burst. I mean, yeah, there's no reason to not do it. Should I use it as a defense of someone, though? No, I can attack with it, because it doesn't summon the extra Slimelet that round. Which is what I would have really been concerned with, just giving an extra turn's worth of attack to a character that doesn't need it. You have the ability to get a lot of poison on the enemy. Rogue, are you likely to execute this round? I think not. Well, actually, I guess it really depends on the damage the Berserker rolls. Still very low on that. It's pretty good. Let's push one more time. Didn't get the cruelty. However, 1, 2. There goes the Slime Queen. That was the only way we were really going to be able to keep Buckle alive, especially. Man, this isn't getting much easier quickly. It's going to be difficult to support Berserker at this point as well. Glow is really good though, heal and shield 3 this turn. Like if I got the Berserker to do that to themselves, I would need so many blanks to set up the ability to do that. Enough for it to be good. Oh god. Keep the poison. Keep the self-damage, I think, on the Fiend. We do get our executing side on the Berserker. That's kind of impressive. Could be impactful. Okay. We may save the Fiend. Then, if I burst, the Buckle's about to die, but I can defend them. I like the idea of running Burn and then defending the Buckle again, but I just don't see that helping us as much as I need it to. We just need to burst to defend the Berserker. Also throw another defense on the Fiend in case they roll into their cantrip immediately in the next round. We're looking to just try and take out one of the Slimers as quickly as possible. Burn is very useful for us to use, but it's also very difficult for us to afford. Buckle, that's probably the best defensive tool that you are going to be capable of generating that. it does feel like the mana is better on the Disciple than the burn. Sorry, than the health even is. Also, I have less opportunity to even hit the health in the first place. Berserker, you can definitely throw yourself at an object right now. Ooh, although you also do have a Death Wish side that could accomplish the same without necessarily dying in response. Okay. Buckle defend the Disciple. There's no reason to change the order of that for you. Two damage that single target, and then I will still need to take them out. Rescue the Fiend one more time, thank you. Berserker, you are dying, taking out the Slimer on the bottom line. We will avenge you. But first, we need to... Unfortunately, the Buckle is going to die, or the Fiend is going to die this round, I think. Defend the Buckle, then we use Burn, now the Fiend is going to die. Or we do the Burn first, and then the Buckle dies before the Fiend can even get defended. Yeah. Is there a way ever where I can just take out the right targets here and then just wait for a slime next round? Oh, no, we really should kill that Slimer. We need that extra HP ourselves. That means Buckle defend myself, and we will lose the Fiend. Disciple is getting closer and closer to being able to resurrect everyone on board, actually. Two damage from the Buckle, not awful. Disciple keep pushing. I would really like a regen on the Disciple. That'd actually be really important right now. I'm gonna take the 2 mana just in case, worst case scenario. 2 damage to Slimelet. We can execute it, saving the Buckle on board. No, okay. Let's save. Wait, I can save 2 characters. If we then murder the Slimelet on the top side. Neat. Yeah, this got way closer than it needed to be. I've been very sloppy here near the end of the fight, but we do finally get an opportunity to revive the entire party at the same time. That's pretty cool. That's kind of worth it, right? 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 Triple revive. Revive 3 heroes in a single action. And then execute the enemies. I'll defend the rogue so I don't have to worry with everyone being... Well, I guess the Disciple was going to be fine with it, but everyone else was going to have a tough time in the next fight. Fnatic, Wiz, and Quartz are up next. Tentacle and Poodle. Tentacle add Repel to the 2 right sides, but -2 max HP. Wow, Repel on the Shield 1 rescue side. Oh, build your own crescent shield, I think? Poodle adds Dog to the middle column, ×2 if you have exactly the same HP as the target. Look, I do like the idea of this, and I do want to pick it, but I think Tentacle is going to be really cool for us right now. Tower, all huge enemies get +3 max HP, or all fights between 11 and 20 have an extra archer. I'm going to take the extra size on the dragon. The Repel here will go after all those Buckle effects. Neat. Disciple, I will need access to healing in this fight, so you will need to lose your cloak. Maybe the rogue having a double likelihood of dodging would be worth it here, but I'm gonna pass on that and get into the fight. Fiend and Buckle, both immediately threatening to die. Disciple threatening to give 2 mana to us. Gonna lock some people in, so we'll lock in the Disciple and the Fiend and move on. Some spreading damage from the Berserker who can't really afford to damage themselves this round. Looks good to me. Buckle, I would prefer defense from you. Heal and Repel. Something I need to check very quickly. Berserker, you have Cleave Engage. Will that engage the non-primary target? Which is to say, will it do 2 damage to the Wiz? It doesn't do 2 damage to the Wiz? Okay, that means I'm going to need to use either a Repel or a Burn this turn in order to continue setting up for that. I don't think I should use a Repel. Never mind, we're using the Repel. Actually, I'd probably use Burn instead. Let's throw a Burn through the enemies. Burst the courts. I mean, the Fanatic is taking out the Buckle, but TBH, that was kind of always going to happen here. I don't actually need to stun the Wiz anymore this round, though. Because the Rogue is dodging entirely. So how does that change our approach? And can it change our approach to a more successful one for the sake of that bugle? So we do need to take out the courts on the bottom side still, which is best accomplished with all of the attacks or double burst. Let's try the double burst version. Yeah, that's not great. Using the 1 damage AoE, but having to set up by healing the Fiend, does give us the ability to take out the courts and stun the Fiend. Buckle dies by more HP, but we get less HP on the Wiz in the back line. I might actually want to retain the opportunity to stun the Wiz later, rather than now. That would be a good reason not to do it like this. I say, right before deciding that reason doesn't matter enough to me to continue considering. Would like more damage, please. Fiend possibility you need to die for the sake of that. Yeah, you can generate that mana. Fiend. Fanatic. One more. Oh boy. Did I manage to screw this up perfectly? I believe that yes, I have. I can't use the burn before the burn there. Then the Berserker can attack, and then I can burst. Okay, so I can kill them all. But only the Rogue and the Disciple survive again. Warden and Guardian. Warden does at least have right sides. So they have things still to amplify with the Tentacle, but I guess our Buckle already has the ability to do that. We can get larger individual defenses from the Guardian, which I would definitely prefer. Okay, that Caster Root and then the Tentacle afterwards. We don't need dodges in this fight. Cleave Engage, yeah, I mean, that's okay in this fight, I think. Oh, it certainly is, because the Graves have the extra max HP. Yes. Fiend, you actually generating some health and damage this turn seems really, really good, as long as I can get mana from someone else, so that means the Disciple has to give me mana. Come on. That's 4 HP on the Disciple, because they are being attacked this round. I can defend the Berserker for 5 by dealing 4 damage to the top line to take out that Bones. Although they're also being attacked this round and would be able to take out with a different strike. Nope, we'll settle. Alright, Berserker. There goes the Bones on the top line. Killing one of these graves would be excellent. Am I even capable, though? So, if we exclusively focus on it and lose our Berserker to a burn... Oh, boy. No, I'm gonna have to use this defense on the Berserker instead. So it's not as efficient as it otherwise could have been, but we will get to take out one of the graves, preventing the summon of 2 different bones at the same time. Which I think is probably a pretty good idea there. Oh my god! Boy. I really do need split damage like this. I'm gonna try and just see if this does it, just what I happen to have at the moment. It's not going to, but it'll give me a good little bit of research as to how far off we indeed are. Okay, let's keep the Berserker alive so that you can take out that bones. Then generate mana and throw a burn through the entire environment. 1 damage to everyone. This grave is almost dead. If I strike here... we can now only kill 2 more targets on the field. Which means we can save a maximum of 2 more lives. And that's without the Disciple using an AoE attack, is the thing. Because I think the Disciple does need to continue pushing here. I think the Fiend does need to generate mana, and I think 2 mana is actually enough. I think the Guardian is going to need an AoE attack here. I think the Rogue doing 2 damage in a single instance, or... yeah, just 2 damage in a single instance is probably good enough for the Rogue. Actually, maybe they want to continue re-rolling for the possible cantrip. Or the possible dodge. Dodge would be sick on them. So I think we basically got exactly the same stuff, except the Disciple got mana. Slightly complicating all of this. Okay. Let's just lose the Berserker. Seems as reasonable as any position to start off here. Then roll burn through all the enemies. Yeah. Single burst sets those 2 up for death. The Disciple is one of our remaining on the field right now. We're not gonna want to keep the Fiend, so it's Rogue or the Guardian we really want to keep here. Let's... oh gosh. We can keep the Guardian and the Disciple now. The Disciple will have the syringe active. This is just better positioning because the bones that's targeting the Rogue is on the outside, whereas I can kill the Grave by doing this. Wow. None of these enemies rolled single-use sides at all, I don't think. Get him. Sickle. Have me a sickle, gonna reap me a harvest. +1 to all lowest pip signs. I mean, unfortunately, the Disciple only gets 1 out of that. Although, Guardian... I'd lose the caster route. But Guardian would have 2 damage cleave as well as shield 2 rescue repel. That's pretty good. Rogue. Rogue gets 2 damage poison sides as well as 2 damage cantrips. Definitely want to go with that. But there's also Pair of Kings. Add pair to the top and the bottom sides. ×2 if this target has if the same value as the previously used dice this turn. That does mean 2 damage poison a lot of the time because the cantrips will set up for the 2 damage poison. But I do think I want the sickle instead. Added mana, replace blank sides with +1 mana, and spell Slice. Slice, deal 1 damage to all enemies. I mean, both of these are nice. Can I deal with a Grave and an Imp right now? No. Nah, buddy. Alright. Let's go Spiker and Slimer. Berserker, I can deal 4 damage to the Slimer. If I can follow that up with a Cruel action, we can actually take out the Slimer on the bottom line in 2 hits. Disciple, I really would like you to heal people. Guardian, I would like your defense for people as well, if you would. I would have preferred the AoE defense, but I will settle for that. There's the Rogue Elimination side. Fiend, you can still generate mana this turn if the Disciple elects to heal you. So... First, execute. Big defend for the Disciple. More health on the Berserker as well. I feel like the Berserker should strike the Spiker. Just gives a lot of damage on that target right now, but I could also try and remove one of these Slimelets instead. And I think ultimately we are going to kind of just be in this fight, knock down, drag out with this Spiker. Take the Disciple and Fiend's sides there. Barbarian, if I heal you, you can then kill the Slimelet, but I'm going to give you the ability to continue rolling, I think, actually. Guardian, good defense. Berserker, yeah, it's fine enough. Just needed to take the target off the board, really. Unfortunately, the Guardian is being heavily targeted as well. I'm going to... Burst to keep them alive, and burst to keep them healthy as well. Yikes. Spiker targets everyone on the field at the same time. Please, can I... Well, actually, the Rescue Repel side wouldn't be good for me right now because the Guardian would die very, very quickly while attempting to utilize it. I could have 2 of my characters elect to die this round. And in fact, oh, no. I would need to generate mana on the Disciple as well. I wouldn't be able to revive them all this round, is the thing. The Berserker rolling an X would be really good. Berserker Rogue dodging would be really good. Guardian AoE defense would be better for you, but you can hold that at the moment. Let's see what we can do with a turn like this. I wonder especially because we have Glow, replace blank sides with Heal and Shield 3 this turn. So we do have the ability for the Berserker to keep someone alive very effectively. You can set up poison on the target, you can keep the Fiend alive still afterwards. You can then even lose the Fiend in the next round and use the Disciple to try and replenish them. I do really want poison from the rogue. And I can't afford to roll again. What if I get the cantrip? I've been flirting with death this entire time. What if the Guardian was able to defend more targets? I don't think the health would do too much. No, Guardian, you've got one of your better sides right now, unfortunately. I do think this might actually be the best we can do. I still have to lose the rogue no matter what, so I shouldn't defend them in the first instance. Okay. Throw that damage there, lose the rogue anyway, use glow, and then we can save the disciple. We can save the disciple and the berserker instead of the fiend here if we prefer. And I think I will as well, because the berserker has the ability to do a bunch of damage next turn and then be revived for having had the goal to do it in the first place. There's our revival. Cool. Guardian, just roll for whatever. That'll do. Berserker, big attack. Guardian. Big attack as well. Revive everyone. Quadruple revive. We revive 4 heroes with a single action. And now we will lose the disciple as well. So in the next fight, we will have no characters on full HP. Dancer versus Doctor. So Dancer will have 2 damage cantrip, gain 2 reroll cantrip, 1 damage cantrip, and 2 damage to all enemies, Rampage Pain. That is a very powerful side to have access to. It's very difficult to turn that down. In fact, it may be too difficult for me to turn it down. I'm taking the Dancer. Perfect item for it. Is there anything else I need to do here? I mean, Berserker, you should still probably hold that defensive self. No. This otherwise seems good enough to me. Actually, Fiend, you're never getting to your max HP. So just have 3 HP and no pain sides rather than a bunch of max HP that will never be filled, please. Sure. Let's go Bones and Lich. Dancer, thankfully, does use their best side here. It's going to be very difficult to set up for and utilize that. Wee little bit of a problem. I'm tracking mentally in the background here. Yikes, like, if the Fiend generates mana and then burns, the Fiend dies. Round 1. Berserker, I think pretty much everyone here wants to roll. Unfortunately, Berserker has to lock. I don't know. No, I can't kill enough characters this turn for the Disciple to get a Mega Revive off, unfortunately. Push again. I mean, it's a little bit of health and some damage to some characters on board in order to start a combo. No, but it's not much defense, and we need more defense from that character right now. I really don't think AoE damage is what does it, please. Oh boy. Well, life just got a lot worse very quickly there at the end. Let's heal up the Dancer. Actually, the Dancer is going to need to be able to repeat that. So, heal the Berserker. Then 2 damage in AoE. Health from there, and... Wait, actually, hang on. Rampage Pain can be reused if it was lethal. Wasn't lethal to any targets, I guess? I'd only half set up for it, I guess? Oops. There you go, Dancer. Now you can repeat. Although it looks like you've chosen your first target slightly poorly. Is there any way I can assist this? Not really. Attack there. Damage through an AoE 2 times. Fiend attacks the top line. We lose the Berserker. I think one of the worst things here is that everyone's going to have -2 on all of their things next round because of the weakened single use that's coming out of the Lich. The Dancer really not being able to do as much as they would want this first turn heavily hinders us. It has to be said. Alright, let's puzzle this for a while, because I do kind of think we're screwed, but I want to see exactly what most positive effect we can get out of this. I just didn't think the Disciple was going to roll nothing. I wanted health so they could support the Dancer. I wanted health and I wanted mana so I could support the Dancer with defense and everything. I knew funneling everything into them was going to be ultimately better for us. Alas. Might as well heal Berserker then. That's all that damage through the back line. I mean... Yeah, there's the new bones, which is still a big problem for us, and we've lost the Dancer. Doesn't get better than that though, does it? Unfortunately, the Disciple is dying. That's exactly who needed to live this turn. Because they have the ability to revive the entire party. Alas. Fiend, that's the only way to generate literally any impacts this turn. Yeah, no one else can do anything. Oh, unless they had a blank side. Did I just roll away from a blank side? Please tell me I didn't just roll away from a blank side on Glow. Glow would have been great. And it doesn't work there for us. Yeah, we get another mana, and I can't use it. We don't have a choice. It's time for us to die. You can't kill me. I kill me. Whew. I think larger than anything else there, the fact that Lich was capable of locking us exclusively out of even having a second turn, made life pretty tough. I'm very, very sad to have to say goodbye to some of the modifiers that we did have here. The Monster +1 ones, I really enjoyed playing with that. Grease Dice was super fun. More items, better quality items, the ability to put even more items on a single character. This was very promising. Alas, it is not reached or exceeded by a maximum of 1, our previous best, so we will need to try again. Until such a time, my name is Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slice and Dice. Series playlist is up in the top left. YouTube recommendation down below. Streaming past and the names of the people that turn us support the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays at Republic Thanks and a special thanks this episode to someone named Sean. Hopefully you all been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.